Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Mexico. And good morning to those of you on my side of the world. Please say hello if you would like, or give an emoji of your current mood. If you are new, feel free to share where you're joining from. And today we are going to be doing our regularly scheduled weekly spirit messages and energy healing. And for those of us that are American, it is a holiday week this week, Thanksgiving. So, and me being an American, I'm more tuned into those energies myself. So no matter where you are, this will be for you, and we will also be tuning into that holiday energy. I also will be doing a live stream. I'm going to share the link to that here. So Wednesday afternoon on this side of the world, I'm going to be doing a live stream specifically for Thanksgiving and clearing old family patterns. So we're going to be doing ancestral clearing, and we're also going to be having a discussion about how to show up if that's a challenging time for you. So please follow me, and you can click on attend the event. That will help me get it higher and more people to view it on Insight Timer to help more people. So that's what's going on this week. So welcome Marcy, Eliana, V, and Nancy. Glad to have you, and everyone else who's joining in. So I'll go ahead and put my follow card up here. You can go ahead and follow if you don't already and you care to. So it's a beautiful morning. You can see the mountains behind me. I so love where I live, and the lake is just that way outside of your view. So we've got water energy, we've got earth energy, we've got fire energy. I'm feeling the warmth of the sun. And of course, air energy. We can't survive without that. So, and if you are new to me and new to this live stream series that I do, there will be messages from Spirit that kind of evolve through the session, and I use tarot and oracle cards to refine those messages. So if you're here, or if you're hearing the replay, trust that this is for you. And also know this is a collective reading, so it's not a personalized reading like one-on-one, so there may be things that don't fit. So just take what you like and leave the rest. I do offer one-on-one readings, so if that's interesting to you, you can send me a message. And then we'll close the session with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. And I always bring in the flavor of, whatever messages came through, whatever challenges came through in the reading. I do clear on that ancestrally. as well as channeling Reiki energy. And usually I also include Solvana energy, which is an energy that I've been attuned to as well from my last Reiki master. That's an energy of transformation, healing, third eye opening, and expansion and new beginnings. So, I'd always like to get started with a Michael Singer card. He is my favorite spiritual teacher, for the past few years. And those of you that don't know, he wrote this book, which many of you likely know, The Untethered Soul. Is there anybody that does not know that book? It's okay. He also wrote The Surrender Experiment as his memoir, and his newest book, Living Untethered. And actually, I was reminded last week by one of my clients who is a member here in Insight Timer that we took a trip together to meet Michael Singer, and we did that. It was like a year ago today. So definitely Michael Singer's energy is here. If you haven't read it, Donna, awesome that you have it. Maybe this is your prompt to open it up. Hi Sherry, welcome. And so let's see what Michael Singer has to say in his, this is Untethered Soul quote cards. And can't believe it's been a year since I had that experience. It was amazing. So he says, enthusiasm, joy, and love. If you can feel that all the time, then who cares what happens outside? I'll read it again. Enthusiasm, joy, and love. If you can feel that all the time, then who cares what happens outside? Such a powerful message. And that goes in line with one of my main, I would say, soul purpose that I feel is the biggest challenge that I came into this incarnation to practice, maybe achieve, is to learn to live unconditionally. And learning to live unconditionally means not allowing the outside world to affect my inside world. And that's exactly what that's saying. If I'm feeling these beautiful feelings inside, then who cares what's happening outside? So, beautiful message to begin. And Michael Singer, he talks about that a lot, he has a talk that I did a live stream on. If you want that link to the replay, send me a message. It's in my YouTube channel, and all my replays are there. And I'm also double live streaming right now over there as well. But he has this talk called Give Up on the Old Way. And the old way is looking outside of ourselves to get fulfillment. We either cling to things that we want, or we resist things that we don't want. And we have preferences, and those preferences create our suffering. And so, the journey is to release preferences so that we can only focus on what is going on inside of myself right now. And how can I bring myself to peace no matter what's happening on the outside? In his memoir, Surrender Experiment, and if this message is resonating with you, check this out. It's an amazing memoir. He talks about his life, being a practice of surrender, and the amazing things that have happened in his life when he did that, which are mind-blowing. So, how many of you celebrate Thanksgiving? Give a heart, give a yes, give an emoji. How many of you are, planning to have some sort of celebration, to travel, to be with family or friends sometime this week? I think that this week for Americans is, I think it's the biggest travel week of the year. I think the day before Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. And of those who are celebrating, participating, how many of you are looking forward to it with joy or dreading it? A relief not to travel for Sherry. Eliana not traveling as well. V, husband, son, and daughter-in-law. Nice. I know for many of us, no matter if you're celebrating this holiday or not, it's a holiday season around the world, so you can, put this into context for whatever holidays are coming up for you. The holiday season this time of year can be very challenging. It is the time of year with the highest number of suicides and possibly overdoses. I am a recovered alcoholic and drug addict, and I got sober a long time ago, and I got sober in February. And there's many, many, many people who after the holidays, give up their addictions because it's such an intense time and people use even more. So there's this collective pain body that goes on. So I'm feeling into that energy as well. Oh, awesome, Donna. Congrats on your new home. And great, Nancy, already celebrated. Ooh, Donna, congrats on your sobriety. And interesting, too, you got sober in January. It's very interesting if you start looking for that. There are a lot of people that get clean and sober after the holidays. Welcome, Kat. Glad to see you. And that sounds great, Sherry. So we're going to dive in a little bit more now with this Work Your Light deck and just see what oracle messages come through just about this week in general. I mean, we're also still in Mercury retrograde. We just had a powerful new moon in Scorpio. How many of you declared your intentions at the new moon a few days ago? Excuse me. Welcome, Becky. Glad to have you. So we're doing a collective reading. We're just getting started for those who are just joining in. So the oracle card from Work Your Light is Pleiades, or Pleiades, I think it's Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So I don't know if you can see that card, but the humans are being uplifted into the light. So what this is saying for everyone here that this resonates with is, if you believe in the Pleiadians and all of that, it's beside the point. If you do, great. If not, fine too. The energy of this message is that you are here for a purpose. You are here to uplift humanity. And it also says channeling. And we're all channeling all the time. We're channeling whatever we think and feel into words, into actions. So many people in spiritual communities think of, channeling as this special gift, like being a medium, which is a thing. And also we all, like I'm channeling right now, if you want to think of it that way, right? So what do you want to be channeling? What is your purpose? And even in this week, what intention do you want to go into this week with? How do you want to show up? What do you want to intend? Who do you want to be? Do you want to come into, if you're celebrating the holidays, a time of being uplifting, channeling love, channeling togetherness and peace, and celebrating the energy of the holiday, the good parts of it? Or do you want to, live by default and just allow, your thoughts to take over, negativity to take over, and just sit in your shit, for lack of a better word? And, if you're there, that's okay too. Then you can bring compassion to yourself and understanding, and just know that, we always have a choice. I appreciate you being open and sharing that, Marcy. It sounds like there's a lot of awareness there in what's happening with you about having the outburst at work, and then, going into a shame spiral. Totally makes sense. Who else here is a recovering perfectionist? And yeah, working on self-compassion. I mean, that is the medicine. It truly is the medicine. We cannot shame our way into change. It would have worked decades ago. If shame and being hard on ourselves and making ourselves wrong and gaslighting ourselves worked, we would have stopped doing it and we would be all healed. So yeah, I'm creating a course called The End of Self-Gaslighting here on Insight Timer, and it's all about that medicine of awareness and compassion, and having a new way to kind of work with yourself when these things arise. So we're going to look at next, to get deeper into the reading. Eliana's working on it. Amazing. Sacred Rebels. The art on these cards is beautiful. So this is an oracle deck. You are welcome. And if y'all haven't already and you care to follow me here on Insight Timer, you can join my group, Natalie's Healing Circle, here, where we can stay in touch. I make announcements and give updates there. I also will be scheduling a Freedom from Sugar during the holidays live stream soon, and possibly more than one, because the holidays are such a challenging time for those who want to be sugar-free. I've been 5 years without sugar, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so, ooh, this is beautiful. Seeing the true you. Seeing the true you. Can y'all see this okay? So who are you? Underneath the conditioning, underneath the programming of the shame. Humans were not born with shame. Humans were not born with low self-esteem or self-worth or feeling unlovable or feeling like we don't belong. Those were things that were programmed into us, mostly unconsciously by unconscious caregivers. So the journey is about awakening into the truth of who you are and tuning into that. Yeah, Donna, sugar detoxing is very difficult, so reach out and I can let you know when that sugar freedom live stream will be, and anyone else who cares to as well. So the messages that I'm picking up on so far is for this week that you really get grounded in the truth of who you are. Who are you underneath the conditioning, underneath the stories? What happens for those of you going into family of origins this week, or people you've known a long time? We revert back to that version of ourselves that people know the best or are most comfortable with. The people that we have the longest history with, there's the biggest pain body. If you follow Eckhart Tolle, he talks about the ego and the pain body. So it's very easy for the pain body to get activated when we're around people that we've known the longest because of the amount of history that is there. And yet, none of that is who we truly are. And so it's really important for you all this week to reorient yourself into, who am I? Who am I without the perceptions or the stories that I have on myself? And who am I in the presence of family? I imagine many of you have grown and changed a lot on your spiritual journeys, and that the perception of family, people you've known forever, if you go and see them again, they believe you to be a certain way that likely you've outgrown, and it's not even you anymore, but they are comfortable and it feels familiar and safe for them to pigeonhole you into the boxes that you used to live in. So it can be really challenging. And Marcy, yes. So yeah, anyone with religious unprogramming that's is happening, that can be another layer for sure. Welcome, Dr. Tammy. And yes, that is the root question for all of us, on the spiritual path. We get to that point at some point in our journey. Ramana Maharshi, popularized that. And I was so lucky to be able to spend time in his ashram and in Tiruvannamalai, and be in that powerful energy. That's a wonderful idea for a vision board, Donna. The essence of your true self. So I can see that this card would really resonate. Seeing the true you. Welcome, CB. Oh, wishing you well with your surgery, and that you get to rest and not host for the first time in 13 years. Yeah, I'm lucky and blessed that I got to live in India and Bali, Thailand, many places around the world. So we're going to look at and just see what messages this card has. And then we're going to get into some clarification. Ooh, it's getting windy. I don't want my cards to blow away. So it says, this card has come to you because you've been putting too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you're becoming because you believe too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully, and those are souls that are blessed with inner stillness. However, there are those who have not tended to their own ocean and are unable to be still enough to genuinely receive and reflect your light back to you. If you are getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they're responding to you, step back. You may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making their reflections of you more than they are in truth. Reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. Let those external perceptions go. Acknowledge yourself and be free. So, yeah, there's this dynamic in this message here about really, especially those of you going around family, etc. this week. Remember, everyone's projections and perceptions are their own. Nothing is personal. Do your best to stay grounded into your true self, who you truly are. When you notice reactions, responses, conditioning, patterns come up, you have everything you need within you so that you can stay grounded in the truth of who you are. So there's a healing process. Right. That I'm going to read from the book, so you're welcome to take this on, receive this, what I'm speaking right now. I now break any contract I have ever made with another, consciously or unconsciously, that has given them power over me, power over my sense of self, the authority to approve or reject me or anything about me, including my voice, body, creativity, spirituality, and way of living. Of my own free will, I now choose to directly perceive my own inner beauty and turn within with kindness and compassion to see myself through the eyes of unconditional love. So be it. So just take in that powerful clearing and healing process. And so appropriate for those of you going into, old family connections in your life. So we're going to get some more clarification from Light Seers, Tarot. Awesome, Dr. Tammy. Yes, I know Ganga G well, Papa G, Muji. Awesome. So let's just see what is coming up. And I'm hearing Pink Floyd behind me. Love it. It's a holiday time here in Mexico right now. In this specific village. 10 days of crazy ass partying and, of course, religious services. So, the partying has already begun this morning. So we have the Knight of Swords first. So you're going to be feeling inspired this week with a new idea or with forward movement in something that you feel passionate about. It might be a new way of thinking or a new perception. So you might see something in a new way. And there also might be, this could be a person. Knights can be actual people that come into your life. Somebody may be coming with a message for you, or with information that's going to be really impactful for you and your journey. We'll get a couple more cards to see what that might mean. More specifically, and as I said, this is a collective reading, so you know it's going to be different for everyone. Hi Melinda, I saw you earlier and forgot to say hello. Hi Leslie, welcome. What exactly are you talking about? The clearing that I read? If that's the answer, or if that is what you're wanting, Leslie, you can send me a private message and I can send you a link to that card in the message that will have the clearing on it, because yeah, that was very powerful. So you can send me a message here through Insight Timer or anywhere that I am on the internet. I'm very easy to find, and anybody, you know, please follow me here and everywhere as well. I'm also channeling, streaming this on YouTube. All my replays are there, so follow me over there too. Welcome, Allie. I'm shuffling a lot, as I said last week, I think. You just have to shuffle until you're done. So we also have the King of Wands. So there's something really inspiring coming this week for you. There's going to be some opening, some insight, some aha, to where you are going to be taking like creative action on an idea that you couldn't see before. It didn't seem possible. This could even be for some of you like a relationship healing. The healing of a relationship. It could even be parental, or you know, sibling, or cousins, or anything where there's a, you know, a deep family connection, and you may have like this aha moment that's going to lead to, you know, this inspiration, where you're going to see something that you've seen before in a whole new way. And A Course in Miracles defines a miracle as a shift in perception, and that's what I'm seeing here. There's going to be some sort of shift in perception, some sort of insight, For those of you who might find holidays difficult or this time of year difficult, there's going to be something shift to where you see it differently in a good way or in a positive or helpful way. And for some of you, it's going to be about moving out of victim mentality and into being responsible. And it might be about forgiveness and letting go. If the person is here or not. Who else is ready for a shift besides Marcy? Now the key to is also for you this week, rest. Four of Swords. So there's a lot of energies coming up this week. A lot is going to be shifting and opening up for you. And it feels positive and it feels challenging, but in a good way. And that means even more, you've got to rest. This to me is a card of self-care. Every time I see this, that's the energy here. Self-care and rest. Don't overdo it this week. Don't push yourself. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to be everyone, be everything to everyone. Stop doing that. Some of you overextend yourself, and it's codependency. Welcome, Kana. Glad to have you. So, some of you are ready. Becky, the shift. Allie, Donna. Yeah, that message is coming through really clearly. Like your body, mind, spirit is no longer tolerating you overextending, people pleasing, being everything to everyone, and burning yourself out, exhausting yourself. And it might not even be in the doing, it might be just in your mental stance. In Al-Anon, they call it orbiting. Who are you orbiting around? Many of you are going to be feeling just the old patterns trying to suck you in. And what I want you to remember is, who are you orbiting around right now? Are you over there in somebody else's energy? Orbit around yourself. And that means grounding and being in your own body, being where you are. You can be around others, and there's a way that you can do that without leaking your energy and exhausting yourself. Even if you're just sitting at the Thanksgiving table, not saying a word, it's how are you doing that? And that's where the earlier message is about. Who are you? What's your true self? What intention do you want to have for yourself this week? Hi, Yadira. Welcome. Sister Sunshine. So Spirit's feeling a little like tough love in saying that. It's like it's time for these old patterns to end lovingly, And just remember, who are you orbiting around? Another way that can be helpful to think about that is a Byron Katie quote. She says there's only 3 types of business in the world: your business, my business, and God's business. Whose business are you in? So be very mindful to only be in your own business this week. And what does that look like, and how does that feel? What other people are doing, whatever they're thinking, whatever you think that they're thinking, that's not your business. Whatever circumstances arise, that's God's business. And again, going back to the Michael Singer card in the beginning, enthusiasm, joy, and love. If you can feel that all the time, then who cares what happens outside? If you can learn to nurture your own energy, your own inner fire of enthusiasm, joy, love, then we're much more or much less focused on the outside world, or needing something to happen or not happen. Yeah, that's a great quote to remember, Sister Sunshine. And I want to say we, because I'm speaking to myself as well. It's like we've got to learn to let go of conditions on the outside in order to be happy. Needing people to be a certain way, needing things to change or stay the same, or not wanting anything to change. Totally. And it's not wrong, it's human. And for those of you that are here now hearing this message, you're ready for this. And all of the spiritual greats, this is what they teach, living unconditionally, learning to wear the world as a loose garment, letting go of people and things and situations needing to be a certain way in order to be happy. The most important thing needs to be what is going on right here in this moment. And if I'm not feeling at peace, if I'm not feeling enthusiasm, joy, and love, then I get to work with myself in the quiet of my own heart, in the interior of my being, regardless of what's going on outside. That doesn't mean you tolerate abuse. That doesn't mean, you stay in a burning building. I mean, it's, use your logic and tend to your inner garden. In Michael Singer's book, The Surrender Experiment, there is a quote that I used to have memorized. Okay, I'm not going to try. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone because it's in my favorites. So, where can I find this? So as I'm looking this up very briefly, please go ahead and get settled and ready for the energy healing and clearing. Here we go. So again, this is Michael Singer's memoir. So he's saying, by that stage of my growth, I could see that the practice of surrender was actually done in two very distinct steps. First, you let go of the personal reactions of like and dislike that form inside your mind and heart. And second, with the resultant sense of clarity, you simply look to see what is being asked of you by the situation unfolding in front of you. What would you be doing if you weren't being influenced by the reactions of like or dislike? Following that deeper guidance will take your life in a very different direction from where your preferences would have led you. So you tune into the inside. You look at what reaction is happening, what energy is happening in this moment. If there's clinging, if there's attachment, if there's preference, if there's resistance, let go. And then you will have clarity once you've let go of that personal reaction. And then you will make a different choice, or you will make a choice not driven by personal preference. So you can work on that this week. You know, he always says start with traffic and weather. Traffic and weather are easy. They're low-hanging fruit, as he calls it. You know, family dinners, Thanksgiving, Christmas, those are more challenging for some of us. And trust, you know, whatever comes, that you can practice with anything. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, and we're going to get into closing with the Reiki energy healing and ancestral clearing. Dr. Usui, Madam Takata, and all the Reiki Grandmasters and beings associated with bringing Reiki into this world. For everyone hearing this message right now, just bringing in your spiritual teams, all of those beings of light and love that never leave your energetic side. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, animal totems, guides, gurus, saints, ascended masters, gods, goddesses, and creator source. And just feel that field of loving surrounding you, knowing that it's always here and it never wavers, not even for a millisecond. Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo. May everyone receive whatever is needed for their best and highest good in this Reiki energy healing. And I invite you to open yourself to receive, surrender, trust, and allow. Trust the process. Trust the flow. Trust life. Trust the unknown. Trust yourself. You may feel the energy as waves of sensation. You may feel hot, cold, tingling, vibration, emotion coming up. Or you may feel none of those things. And regardless, trust that the Reiki is going exactly where is needed for you. Infinite Creator, source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, and always completely, now and forever, please and thank you. For everyone hearing this message now, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships through all relevant time, space, and dimension, for all hurt, wrong, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you. For all suicide, incest, murder, rape, abortion, infidelity, and miscarriage through thought, word, or deed, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you. For times we abandoned or were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, supported, or cherished, and times we didn't nurture, love, support, or cherish others. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us. Completely and totally, please and thank you. Infinite Creator, for the highest good, please lift out all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, spells, hexes, curses, black magic, white magic, guilt, fear, shame, unworthiness, and limitation of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back in and through us, filling and giving us all complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it done. Thank you. If you'd like to come back to a wakeful state, gently, slowly, easily, you can do so. Thank you all so much for joining today. If you care to give a donation, you can do so with this pop-up here or anytime in my profile. If this was valuable, donations help me to continue to do and be this work. Thank you, Kana. I'm so grateful to be here with you all, to do this work, to be able to do this. If you feel called to go deeper, then you can reach out to me one-on-one. If you've never experienced a gifted session with me before, I have a deep dive process I can offer. If you feel stuck in anything we talked about today, or anything at all, if you feel there's a challenge you're ready to overcome, if you feel that your soul is calling you forward into something greater and you want support on what to do and how to get there and what's in the way, follow your heart's call and send me a message. Welcome. Thank you, Ali, Adrian, Kana, Nancy, everyone. And don't forget, Wednesday afternoon in the Western Hemisphere, we will be doing deeper ancestral clearing and looking at boundaries and family dynamics for the Thanksgiving holiday. For those of you that are in challenging or stressful situations. All my replays are available in my YouTube channel. If you want to revisit this or came in late, want to catch the other part, whatever you missed, follow me here, there, social media, all that is here in my profile, so you can check that out. Wonderful. Thank you, Eliana. Thank you, Marcy, for the donation. And stay tuned for December live streams. As I said, I will be doing a sugar freedom, getting through the holidays, sugar-free and even more like without putting on holiday weight. Stay tuned for that. If you want help with that individually, you can reach out as well. I do support people in being free from food and sugar obsession, compulsion, addiction. Sending you all lots of love from Mexico. Don't forget who you truly are this week. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you. And you all as well enjoy whatever festivities or non-festivities you are partaking in. Namaste. Bye-bye.